Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Genevieve Designs, and today we are going to continue working in our Wanderlust mini album slash traveler's notebook hybrid situation that we got going on. So this is the large version of the Wanderlust printable mini album template. This has got some of the medium components in it and some of the small, I believe. I think I've used a little bit of every one of them. So I'm using all sizes, and this is the hybrid version. It's not just a mini album, and it's not just a traveler's notebook. As usual, the links to the templates will be in the description box below. The links to the playlist for this album right here. This one is called the Wanderlust Floral Whimsy, and the reason it's called that is because we are using my digital paper collection, which is the Floral Whimsy. So that is what this playlist is called. So if you wanted to watch this from beginning to end, or from beginning to now, whichever, you just click on that playlist and then you can watch them in order. And it also has the intro video in there, so you can see exactly what's in all the templates if you would like to check that out as well. But anyway, so we're moving right along, and we've got these two elastics here in the middle that I wanted to make. I want to make something for. Sorry about that. My grandpuppy is here, so when one starts barking, the other one starts barking. I don't know what they're barking at, but they're barking. But anyway, so I have an idea of what I want to put here. So I'm going to set this aside for a second, because I did like a little quick prototype situation because I wanted to make sure it worked. And this is the album cover, the traveler's notebook cover that I traced around. Remember, I said I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So I used that because it was sitting right there and it was quick. So I used that as like a little prototype. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some cool plastic sleeves out of sheet protectors. It'll be kind of like a wallet. So we're going to have like a little magnet closure right here. So it's going to be a wallet that's going to hold, you know, this and that and whatnots that's going to be in the inside of the mini album. So it's going to go right here. Whoop, not there. It's going to go right here in this section. So I thought it would be fun just to have it as a magnet so that we can open it up and flip through and get what we need and can see what we need. And we're not even going to sew it down or anything, because I think what would be really cool about this is if we could just add to it whenever we wanted to. Does that make sense? So this is what we're going to be making. So let me show you what you need. First of all, you need I'm not going to touch it because it's hot. This is a We Are Memory Keepers fuse tool, and it's got the wheel on there. There we go. So it's got the little wheel attachment on. Whoops, it won't stay. There we go. Whatever. Anyway, so it's been plugged in because you need it nice and hot. So you're going to need that. And then this is a scrap from the page that we just did. What did we just do? This is a scrap from this page where we made the cool little booklet insert. So we're going to use that. And then I've got a piece of the coffee dyed paper that was in my scraps. And then I printed off, this is from the Floral Whimsy. And this is in PDF number 3. So I printed this one off. So it's the same thing as this one. I really like the look of it together in that page, so I just went ahead and printed it off again. And then on the back side, I printed the purple from my shades of color. And it is the color number 17. So it's, oops, it's this one right here. So that's all you need. Sheet protectors. I've just got 3 here. I think we're just going to do 2. I don't know. So these are heavy duty sheet protectors. I'm not sure if you need heavy duty, but that's what I have. And I get mine at Staples. And then I've got just a sheet of cardstock. So when we do the fusing, I'll have something underneath it. So I think first thing I need out of the templates, the only thing I'm going to need out of the templates is the insert. No, not the insert. The insert for the envelope. we're going to need the covers for the Traveler's Notebook insert. So this is the traceable template that I have printed out. This is on page 10 of the large. So that's just the covers for the Traveler's Notebook. So we're going to need that. Oh, you know what else we're going to need? I'm going to go ahead and get it. We're going to need the large label traceable template. And on the large one, it's on page 8. Okay, that's all we're going to need, I think. Also, we'll have any and all products that I use in the description box below. I will add the We Are Memory Keepers Fuse tool to my Amazon store. I actually have a special list for each thing that I've been doing. So, for example, there is a special Amazon list for the Floral Whimsy Wanderlust album. So everything that I'm using in that in this series is going to be in that Amazon list. So if you just want to check it out, that will be in the description box below as well. So just hit that show more section. Okay, let's see here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this stuff out of the way for right now. And this. Oops, I don't want that to hit the heat. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to trace this out. How do I want to do that? This really doesn't have an up and a down. So I'm just going to trace it out. I'm not even going to mind. I'm not going to be too careful about, you know, the lines matching up or anything. That's good enough. So now I'm just going to go around the outer edges first. And then I'm going to flip these back and I'm going to trace. Oh, press too hard. Yeah, try to trace that a little bit better. Flip that one back and then flip this one back and trace that one. Did I not get that one? Yeah, I did. So I'm going to set that aside. So I think the first thing we're going to do is cut this out. This is a Fiskars. Whoop! Bumped you. Fiskars Precision Heavy Duty Paper Trimmer. And I'm going to trim this out really quickly. Just like that. And then I'm going to score it. This is my EK Tools scoreboard and a stylus. And I'm going to go ahead and line that up and score these. Ooh, did you hear that? I went through pushing too hard. So I just print mine on 110-pound cardstock. You can print it on whatever you have. In this particular case, the heavier the better, because it's going to have to withstand the pressure of the cording on the inside of the Traveler's Notebook part. This part, it's going to have to withstand that kind of pressure. And it's no big deal, because you can always put a piece of acetate around it. Whoops, I did not do a good job on that. That's okay. You can always put a piece of acetate around it, or plastic around it, or something else to help it stay sturdy there. So then I'm going to go ahead and ink this whole thing, ouchie, front and back with my Distress Oxide Walnut Stain. And I've got my little blending tool here from Ranger. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this up, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I've got it inked. I want to go ahead and where is my, there it is, my little label template. I'm going to go ahead and trace this, and I'm going to grab my piece of coffee dyed paper there. What do I want? I think I'm going to use this part here. So it'll be like that. So I think I'm going to do it, I'm going to trace it over here on towards the side. Because I want to go ahead and add my magnet. And today's Thursday, so the video that I actually posted today, actually 2 videos just posted today because I forgot about the giveaway. Well, anyway, so today's Thursday, and I forgot to add the link to the magnets on the video that posted today, so I need to remember to do that. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna trim it out real quick. I'm not going to ink this up yet. I'm going to go ahead. I have a few more steps I'd like to do first. But I just thought this made a really super cute closure. I just thought it was adorable. So, anyway. So that's why. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm using this. Okay, so it's going to go like this, which is going to be so cute. So I'm going to stick a magnet here. Again, I will try to remember to go back and put the link to these magnets. And then hopefully I'll order the other magnets that I want to order from this other place so you guys have more options. But I need to order them first because I need to know, you know, stuff like how fast does it ship and all of that goodness and the cost of them. So I need 2 magnets, and I'm going to take a piece of strong double-sided adhesive. This is just scrapbook.com tape, and I'm just going to eyeball it. Maybe right there. Doesn't necessarily have to be in the center. So I'm going to do that. I place this down on there like that. So far so easy. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some art glitter glue and I'm going to line it with this coffee dyed paper. I think I'll do it from this side. So I am going to take a generous amount of glue and go all the way around the edges. Ooh, I'm a little shaky. And I've ate today, so. And do I care which way? No. So I'm just going to line this up on the edge there. Like that. And I'm going to press it down with my bone folder. Doesn't matter if it oozes out because the straw's clear. Let me put my pen back in. You guys keep asking me how to coffee dye paper, tea dye paper, all of that. There's a ton of videos out there. So just search it on YouTube because I don't think I want to do I don't think I'm going to do a tutorial on how to coffee dye paper. You don't even have to use coffee if you don't want to. You could just make a ink spray or use an ink spray and just spray your papers that way. I've done that numerous times. You can even buy, oh shoot, I got off a little bit there. You can even buy coffee dyed paper on Etsy. And I almost did that for my Maidicon classes because I needed so much of it, but I didn't. Almost did. I coffee dyed some, my husband coffee dyed some, even my youngest son coffee dyed. some paper. And I didn't just do coffee. I just did not do a very good job trimming that out, but that's okay. I didn't just do coffee. I added a little bit of vanilla extract to mine just to make it smell better. I mean, coffee's okay, but sometimes, you know, it's just, I don't know. Not everybody likes the smell of coffee. Not everybody likes the smell of vanilla. Why am I inking both sides of that? Not everybody likes the smell of vanilla either, but anyway, I just thought it might be a nice counterbalance to each other. Which way do I want this? Do I want that little bit of purple there? I don't know. Yeah, it'll give it a little bit of character. No, let's do it like this. Okay, so now I'm just going to guess. I'm just going to guess at it here. Guess at it being the center. Oh, I got this tape. This is that purple tape everybody keeps talking about. The purple tape by iCraft. Thermal Web. Anyway, this was in the swag bag at Madecon, so I used it when I made my little prototype, and I was like, oh, this stuff works really well. So I'm going to just tear just a tiny piece off instead of using, you know, instead of using washi tape or masking tape or anything like that. So basically what I want to do, actually I'm going to tear it in half. What I want to do is I'm trying to place it where I want it, and then I'm going to tape it on either side so it doesn't move. Right? I can't tell if that's in the center. I guess I could use a ruler and see. That's probably not. Oh! That is not too bad. Nailed it! Okay, so now I'm going to open this up all the way. And where'd that other magnet go? Oh no, where'd the magnet go? There it is. And I'm going to find the other side of the magnet, just like that. I am going to trace around the magnet, remove it, and then put a little dab of tape right there in that circle. Just like that. And then I'm going to replace the magnet. Okay. You know what? I don't know if this will work or not, but I'm going to use this to cover up the magnet. I don't know how much this stuff costs, but it seems like it's pretty cool. So we'll see. Yeah. That way things slide in and out, because that's going to be a pocket. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and make it one. I'm just going to take the art glitter glue again, and we're just going to run a fine bead right there on either end. Close it up. Okay, so now we've got, I think, I'm trying to decide here. I want to give it a little bit of room, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to score this. I'm going to score this like right next to the book edge, and then I'm going to scoot it over a little bit and score it again, because I want it to bend nicely like that. I want it to have a little bit of wiggle room. And now I'm going to glue that down to the back side of this little cover here. At least I think I'm doing this right. So I'm going to glue that down. Put my pen back in my glue there. Flip it over, press it down. Go ahead and ink that edge. Okay, Now let's remove this tape real quick. I'm going to stick that on my tripod. Maybe I'll get some multiple uses out of it. That'd be cool. So there is our closure for this cute little, oh, I guess I wasn't paying any attention how I traced that out, but that doesn't bother me. Does that bother you that there's a straight line there? It doesn't bother me a bit. So, yeah. So I wanted to hide the magnet. That's why the pocket's on this side. I wanted to hide the magnet closure. So I like, me likey. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and ink this edge too real quick. Whoops. Just like that. Alright, so now let's work on the insert thingies, the pocket sleeves that we're going to make. Let me grab them and I'll be right back. Alright, I've got 3, but I'm just going to work, hopefully I can make 2 with you guys. So I think what I'm going to do is, we're just going to go step by step here. I'm going to take the same traveler's notebook insert template and I'm going to lay it down here, even with this edge on this side. And I'm going to take my pencil, I'm going to go ahead and put the lead back in my pencil, and I'm going to kind of like mark the page protector where the top of this is. And I'm also going to mark where that side ends. And you know what, let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and mark that flap as well, because we can actually use that to our benefit. And then I'm going to fold it all the way back and I'm going to mark where the center is. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is, I think I'm going to cut this open on this side. So I'm just going to go ahead and on that mark that I just made, I'm just going to slice that part off. Ooh, that was ugly, wasn't it? And then I think, actually, before I slice this whole thing off, I'm just gonna open this up right here, and at the bottom I'm gonna use, well, I think I'm gonna use, oh, here we are, my craft knife. I'm just going to literally reach in here like this, and I'm just going to open the seam up because I kind of want to fold this back on itself to make like a pocket. So I'm just going to see how well I can do this here. Oh, I didn't do a very good job. I think I need to get a sharper blade. That one might be, let me see. So let me retract this. So this one, this particular Scotch, there we go. If you take the end off, there's this little slit on the end of it. So you just take it and you place that over the ones that you want to remove. It looks like I might need to do 2. I'm just going to take 1 off, and then you just want to, let me go back down a little bit. Then you just want to snap, whoops, I say that. And then you just want to snap that off. Oh, I'm scared. I'm going to get my glasses. All right, let's try this again. Am I doing it the wrong way? No. So, anyway, we're going to snap. There we go. Snap it off. And normally I put it in a piece of tape, wrap it up in a piece of tape and put it in the garbage, but I don't have any. Well, I guess I'll use these. I'll just stick them in here, or stick it in there. And then that way, hopefully, it won't hurt anybody. All right, so let's try this again. Let me come out a little bit. Maybe if I went in more. All right, there's got to be an easier way, wouldn't you think? Now for this, I think I'm actually going to go in just a little bit from that line because I need to fold it just a little bit smaller than where that line is. Because I want it to fit inside the book. I don't want it sticking out too much. So I'm going to fold it back on itself, just like this. Oh, now I need that tape. Okay. Alright, I just need a little piece. So fold it back on itself like that, and then I'm going to tack it down. Same on this end, tack it down. And then I'm going to flip it over this way, and I'm going to fold this side back on itself the other direction. I mean, on the other side. So I'm just going to finger press it there, and then tuck it down here, tuck it down there. Alright, let me move this out of the way before I hurt myself. Goodness. But anyway, it really is easy. I always like to make things look more complicated online, on the internet. This is going to bug me, so I'm going to go ahead and trim that off. Alright, so I finger press it, but now I think I'm going to go ahead and do a nice burnish with my bone folder. Just like that. Okay, now this is where the piece of cardstock comes in. We are going to take the We Are Memory Keepers tool and a ruler. And I'm going to go ahead and line it up. I have to work on my outlet's on this side of the room, but it's like behind me anyway. So I have to work kind of funny. My husband borrowed, well, my husband didn't borrow it. He did borrow it, but it was for me, for Matacon. One of our, you know, what's it called? Outlet strip thingies. So we need it. So I'm going to line it up here. This is a metal, it comes with a metal ruler, but I don't like it. So this is just a longer metal ruler, and I'm just going to line it up on the edge there, and then I'm just going to, whoops, I'm just going to slowly roll it down. So the hotter the tool is, the better this works. So I'm going to go over the pockets area just a little bit more, just a few more times, and this is why you need that sheet underneath, because it gets stuck. So I'm going to flip it over and do the other side of the pocket on the other side, just in case. I want to make sure it gets good and sealed. Alright, so then we're going to turn it around this way, and we're going to do this side, except this time we're not going to go right on that line, the line that we kind of marked. Let me see, let me scooch you in. I don't know if you'll be able to see any better. It is clear, after all. That might be too close. Okay. So here is the line that we kind of marked onto the sheet protector. I'm going to come inside that line, maybe 1/4 of an inch, because once you put it up next to the ruler, it does scoot it over just a hair. So I'm going to come in just a little bit, because again, I don't really want it sticking out of the notebook cover. And then I'm going to seal this part. I'm just going to go nice and slow. I'm going to go over them pockets. And then I'm going to peel that up. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to do the pocket one more time. You need to be careful not to melt it all the way off, though. Okay, so now I'm going to take it, and that middle spine part that we marked, let me flip it this way because it's actually marked on this side. We're going to go ahead and seal that up as well. Now you could use your sewing machine if you don't have one of these tools or don't want to use one of these tools. You can use your sewing machine. I'll show you a prototype that I made months and months ago, when I was working out my templates, what I was going to do. At least I think it was months ago. I could be wrong. On that. I made so many. It's ridiculous. All right, so now we've got that. So let me put that aside for a second. Let me take the tape off. Put those on my tripod. Okay. So now we've got this big pocket here, and then we've got these little tuck pockets on either side there. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to fold it in half. You know what, before I do that, actually, instead of using my paper trimmer, let's see if my craft knife will cut better. I want to cut some parts away here. The craft knife that I just had out. Now that I'm all close in and personal, can you still see? Alright, so I'm just going to line it up above that line that I sealed right there. I'm just going to go on the other side of that, on the outside of that. And then I'm going to slice this off. Oh yeah, much better. My paper trimmer, heck, it may need, it's self-sharpening, but it may need a little bit of extra. Okay. Let me see here. I'm trying to fold it right on that place where we sealed it. Burnish it down. Now oh, I thought it said somebody was ringing my doorbell. This pocket is a little bit shorter because remember we came in just a little bit. So now I'm going to open this back up and I'm going to go ahead and take just a smidge off of this side as well. So that it'll stay inside the book. Just like that. Yeah, the craft knife definitely works better cutting through. So when it's in here and it's closed, maybe we'll have it this way. Will it stay? It will stay inside. Did I do good? When it's in the elastic, it'll stay even better. Yeah, perfect. So there's one down. Now let's do the other. All right, so here's the other sheet protector. And with this one, I think, let me double check really quick. I'm just making sure. We're going to line it up this way. We're not going to use the flap. And we're going to line it up to the top part of the sheet protector. And let's see if I can get it in here. This one might be a little bit more complicated, but we'll get it. So I'm going to mark this side here, and I'm going to mark this side here. Whoa. Like that. And then I'm going to mark this side down here. You guys are just going to have to trust me on this one. Because I can't really explain it, really. We're just going to have to make it together. Okay, so remember, this is on the top part. The part of the opening of the sheet protector. Which actually, now that I think about it, I probably should have went the other way. But that's okay. That is totally fine. I should have done it the other way. But that's okay. Again, totally fine. So the first thing I think we're going to do is move this out of the way for a minute. We need to seal the top. That's why I should have done it upside down. But again, we're just going to do it. We're going to seal this top part. I'm going to come down a little. Okay, we're going to seal that, and then we're going to come down here and we're going to seal this part right here. I think. No, we're not neither. So we got that sealed. Okay, now I do need my, I'm just trying to keep it together, the whole thing together, so that it won't be so difficult to manage, because that's what happened when I did my little prototype. I had cut everything completely apart, and it was a little bit more difficult to keep it together. All right, so I'm going to slice the bottom off. You see how I should have done it upside down? That's okay. I'm going to slice this bottom off. I'm opening that part up. And then I am going to, let's see, what do I need to do now? Let me think. Let me think. Oh, then I'm going to take it and I'm going to slice this edge off, the long edge. Can you guys see? I'm not even sure. I'm busy trying to figure out my steps here. I'm going to slice this long edge off all the way down. So it's going to open up the side here. Oops, that moved. Okay, so I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to do the same thing. This side, I'm going to slice that long part off, opening it up. So I'm just going to take that right off of there. And so that should have opened that side up, and it did. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to flip these up where we had them marked. We're going to flip them up just like we did the other page. Make a little pocket, burnish it, and then I'm going to tack it down with one of these pieces of tape here. Flip it over. Do the same thing. Going to flip that up to make a pocket. Finger pressed. Tack it down. Okay, so then the next thing we want to do is we want to open this entire thing up like this. And then I need to burnish this real quick. Hold on. So here's where we folded that piece up, right? So then I just opened it up. So there's the other folded up piece, and then here's the folded up piece. So where it's open, on the side that it's open, we're going to take our ruler and we're going to seal these sides shut. Oh, whoops. Bad. Don't do that. I mean, were y'all yelling at me going, move it, you're gonna ruin it. We're gonna flip it around and we're gonna seal this little pocket side up here. Just like that. Then we're gonna do these two, the other two that the one that we flipped up. We're gonna seal these little pockets closed right there. Flip this around. Okay, and then we're going to flip this around. Then we're going to close this one. Okay, so now we can go ahead and bring it back together like that. And I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to seal this bottom shut. So I'm just going to lay that there, put my ruler down. They're not exactly even, but that's okay. So if you guys are confused, just go back, rewind, hit the pause button, rewind, and watch it again. And I'm going to seal this bottom part up. I'm going to go really slow. All right, and then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to do it from this side. as well, because we're basically just sealing the 2 layers together, or 4 layers actually. Alrighty. And then the last thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and run one down the middle. So I'm going to line that up best I can anyway. I'm going to go slow, and we're going to seal the center. And then when these pockets come into play, I went a little slower, and I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to go over just the pocket part on this side, just to be sure that it got all the way through, just like that. Alright, so now I'm going to take the tape off of here, off of these cute little pockets. Okay, so now we have a pocket here, then we have a full pocket on the side here, and then obviously on the back side too, there's a pocket here, and then a full pocket on the side, right? So we're going to go ahead and flip this over and burnish it. First we want to finger press. I don't think I cut this very straight. Shh, don't tell nobody. We're going to finger press that, and then we're going to burnish. That little thicker bit back there, down here, up here, wherever, it doesn't want to burnish. Now let me scooch out. Okay, so now we've got both of these in here, or both of them made. Let's see if they stay inside the book. I hope so. I mean, I can always trim and redo if I need to, like the edges of like this one, for example. So let me show you. Let's put it in the book and let me show you what it looks like. So it's going to go in the center. So like I said, I'm not even going to sew it or anything. I'm going to choose the cording that does not have the knot on it. Well, so I think if we just get it situated in here like that, right? And then we can just have it like that. Oh, it does look like I need to trim that down. The one I just made, I need to change my battery first. Let me change my battery and then I'll be right back. Okay, I have a fresh battery now. Yeah, you see how it's sticking out? Well, let's see. It looks like they're both sticking out now. Goodness. Okay, let me see what I can do here. So my thought behind not stitching it in to the Traveler's Notebook cover is that you can add stuff, remove stuff, all of that. So I think what I'm going to do, let's start with this one. I can't really do anything about that, except I would have to... Alright, let me start by trimming this one side down just a little. Need that big old ruler. With my craft knife here. Oops, let me scoot up. I know you can't even see really anyway, because it's clear. Alright, let's see. The height of them is good. It's just the width that I got a little too long. Of course, if we was to sew these in, they would probably fit way better. Alright, that looks better. So there's that one. And then this one, what are we going to do? Let's try trimming off any excess we can without opening those pockets back up. Let's try that first and see if that works. Let's flip it around. cover that up a little bit. I'm just not thinking that, oh, let me slice a little bit more off of this top. Okay, let's see how that fits. I just don't want to have to open up those pockets again and reseal them. But I will if I have to, if I'm not worried about it. Okay, let's see here. Let's close it up and see. That's not too bad. I kind of feel like, no, I think it's okay. I think it's good. Okay, so that is the end of our little wallet tutorial. I think it's going to be great fun, and we can always keep adding into here, which I think is cool. So if we needed more storage, we could just plop it right in there. What is this? What is this over here? Do I have another? Oh, no. Oh, I was going to show you guys another one. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, wait, no, is it that one? Is it this one? I think it might be this one, the prototype. Oh, yeah, this right here. So this is the same thing. It's a traveler's notebook cover, right? So it's got a magnet right there, and then it opens up like this. And these things are sewn in, which is cool, right? Sewn in the side, and then there's pockets. So that's one way to do it, and there's a place to store stuff. And then, let's see, let me show you. And then it's magnetized to the cover even. So that's even cooler. Let me see if I got another one. I think I got one in here too. And I think it's attached to the cover too. It is. Is this one? This one is sewn. So it's, you can see the stitching along the edge. Well, maybe you can't. I don't think you're going to be able to. Let me see if I open it up. Can you see the stitching along the spine there? So this one is sewn in, and it's the same thing, same type of thing. There's a pocket there, there's a pocket there, there's a pocket here, actually a couple pockets it looks like, and there's a pocket up top. So this one is the same idea, it's just sewn. I'm not sure where those two came from. And then it also has pockets on the covers, like that, which we can do. We can still add a pocket to the back here if we want to. So there's another one. Whoops. And I feel like there's one more, but I don't know what to do with it. So, okay, so let's see. We could store stuff in there, which is what it's for. So maybe like all these little things here. What's this? Nothing. I think that's too big to store in there. There's another little bit of something. Let's see. Ooh, there's that. We still need to do that. There's a little pocket. I better not put that pocket in here or I'll forget about it. There's those two things. You know, and you can put tags and stuff like that. You can do all that kind of stuff in there. Let me move that back. Like these are the leftover things that we had taken out of our Junk Journal Traveler's Notebook. We could put our little notepad in there. Oh, there's that envelope that I took out of the, where do we want to put that? That I took out of the first Junk Journal Traveler's Notebook to make it smaller. That can hang out in there. I mean, again, it's just for stuff that you're going to use, stuff that you might need, stuff that you want to have access to. Like I already know these things fit inside of the Traveler's Notebook, so we're just going to add them in here, so they're ready for use. Is this one too big? That one's too big. The big pages are too big, but even this one I think is too wide for it. Maybe not. If we put it in this long side pocket here, like that, perfect. And then, oh, these might be too tall. Yeah, I can trim those down if I want it to, but these labels, I can put this label in here. Where's that other front pocket? Put that there. Put this other label there. And then I'm going to put this back here. Right? So you kind of get the idea. I'm going to cut these apart. And so I'm going to stick that with these labels here. And these over here like that. Will this fit? This gift card. I need to use it, so I'm not going to put that in there. But I do kind of want to put this in there. I don't even have to trim it out right now. It can just be ready. And we can stick that here. Right? So it's just there to hold all your stuff. Oh, there's another one of those. Are they both long? Yeah. So you have easy access to it. And with this one having a magnet closure, whoops, is it not going to work? What's the poop scoop here? There we go. We might have to put several magnets because I think it's having trouble closing because it got thicker and the magnet moved a little bit. So let me think about that. Should I add another magnet like closer to here so it has something to grab onto? Okay, I think I'm going to add one right next to the magnet that's under here, just so when the magnet, when this one, when it gets fuller, oh my gosh, fuller, it'll have a magnet to grab. Okay, I'm trying to tear that piece of tape off. Got it. And then I think what I'm going to have to do is get a magnet. Get a magnet, and then let's see. I'm going to see which side it's supposed to be on for it to attach. So the adhesive needs to be on this side. I'm just talking to myself because you all don't know what this side is. You know how to tell which part of your magnet needs to go where. So, at least I think, put some, oh, it's stuck to my finger. Put some double-sided tape on there. And then, actually, if I just grab it with my pokey, I'm going to stick it in here right on the other side of that other magnet. It's going to be hard for you guys to see this, but I'm going to try to hold it up. Can you see the other magnet? I just stuck it right in front, and that should, so no matter what, it should grab on. At least I'm hoping that's what it'll do. Yeah. I am not liking that. What is going on? I just maybe need to work it. Right, so we might have to adjust this again eventually if it doesn't want to keep working properly. Where's that piece of tape? I'm going to go ahead and stick this back over top. Oh, I see what I did. Is it wanting to fight the other magnet, maybe? All right, sticking that tape back in there. And then, I don't understand why it's not working. It should be working perfect. Like, it should be no problem. I don't think this paper would make it not stick, do you? Another idea. We're just experimenting. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So I'll have to put it to the test and see which way is going to be the best. So I could potentially just have the magnet literally on the top here and see what happens. Let's do that real quick. Because I've got my other one I can that I did the exact same way I originally did this one, and I can put them both to the test to see which one does better. So it's always a good idea to watch my videos before you start creating, because I do make mistakes and I do mess up and I do leave them. Okay, so we're not going to go as far in as we did. Let's come out just a little bit. Let's see if that, well, of course it's going to grab on better. So there we go. So now we got our folder done. Super cute. What do you guys think? If you like this video, you guys, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, go ahead and hit this button right there, and be sure to hit that bell notification and turn that on so that you can be notified whenever I upload a video. And here is a link to my Etsy shop if you're interested in the templates or the Floral Whimsy or the shades of color. And there should be some other videos here on the screen that you might enjoy watching. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.